Good morning, world. It's North Dakota Transplant. How in the world is everyone's doing today? You know, I was just cruising here. We're about to head into the Badlands, and I just know that there were many of you out there scratching your heads saying, wonder what in the world it looks like in North Dakota at the end of February 2014. I could hear it, and so now you get to see. It is Wednesday, February 26th, 2014. Been away for a while. I tell you what, the time just flies nowadays. Before I know it, it's been a couple of months since I've gotten an update posted. I apologize for being delinquent. A long time ago, I cautioned everybody about bringing your patients with you if you come to North Dakota. I'm using quite a bit of mine here this morning, trying to get from I-94 up to Williston on Highway 85 northbound. We've been averaging between 30 and 40 miles an hour. It should be 65. If you can see that nice large truck up there in front of the 5 or 6 other trucks that's holding everybody back. There's probably, I don't know, maybe a mile and a half's worth of traffic behind me. So this is not my most expedient trip, but that's the way things roll up here in North Dakota. Just wanted to say hello and thank all of you for watching and listening and sharing. Again, I totally dig this YouTube deal. I got into it practically by accident, and it's turned into something that is absolutely, totally enjoyable. I hope that you folks find at least a fraction of the enjoyment out of what I'm doing as I do in doing it. There hasn't been a lot of news from the Bakken up here. I've been to Williston only a couple of times since my last update. Believe it or not, I'm getting close to having this staffing issue solved, and I'm not living in hotels for weeks and months at a time right now. And as I say that, I will knock on my head for good luck. We're going to just kind of pan around a little bit here since we're in the Badlands, give you an idea of what it looks like. We haven't had much snow this year, and I'm not saying that in wishes for any. It's been unbearably cold, but the snow has been conspicuously absent. And that's a good thing. I'll tell you what, I'm going to shut this radar detector off here real quick. Don't need that thing beeping at me while I'm trying to speak to everyone. Anyway, we're rolling down the hill here, northbound on Highway 85. This is Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Hopefully you folks don't get tired of seeing this place, because I never will. I know I have a number of videos rolling through here. It just is by far the most spectacular piece of scenery that I get to see on my regular journey. I'm sure there are other beautiful places, and eventually we will get to see all of them, but this one is a regular route, and it's pretty, I don't know, not a whole lot to comment or see on 94 from the East Coast up here to Highway 85. A few little current events. I've had the naysayers talking about, it can't cost that much to live in Williston, North Dakota. Well, confirmed by a national news story, I don't know, last week, maybe the week before. The most expensive place in North America, well, in the United States, the most expensive place to rent housing, Williston, North Dakota. It has bypassed New York and Los Angeles for the cost of renting a 1 or 2 bedroom apartment. Pretty amazing when you take a tiny little town in the northwest corner of the state and you pay more for rent there than you would if you were in New York City. Thought that was interesting. There was also just a little news story this morning. So a couple of people arrested in Williston for conspiracy to murder someone. So that's kind of interesting. You don't really expect to hear that every day. And while we tend to think that we are immune from crime up here in North Dakota, because it is a rather rare occurrence, it does exist, especially up here in the area where you have so many people that really aren't from North Dakota. In fact, many of them, I have no idea where they're from, neither does anyone else. So, it still costs a fortune to live in Williston. You can still find a job doing just about anything you want in Williston, North Dakota. We are still hovering in the $17 an hour starting range for most of the basic retail positions. Walmart's still at 17. I think McDonald's has dropped to 16, so they must be at least getting somewhat staffed. Other than that, truck driving jobs are still the most common thing being advertised. I think what I'll do when I get to Williston sometime this evening, once I finish up with my duties at work, grab a couple of newspapers. I'll see if I can grab some of the big name employers. Again, I've done that in the past and it went over pretty well. So I'll do that, try and get another update posted. Probably tomorrow. I'll be headed from Minot to Bismarck tomorrow, so a little something different to look at while we update you on some of the current companies with current openings posted or being advertised on the radio. Not a whole lot else going on up here in North Dakota. I can't believe how many of you folks are still subscribing. I can't say how much I appreciate you sharing what I'm doing with anyone you think that might be interested. The more the merrier. I love the comments. Again, if you have a specific question or if there's some place in particular that you might be interested in a little bit of video, shoot that to me in an email through YouTube. That's the quickest way for me to get an answer back to you. I really, it's become almost impossible to get through all of the comments on a regular basis. They are coming fast and furious. So, February in North Dakota, I got up this morning about 3 a.m. I was on the road by 4. The temperature in Fargo was about 6 degrees below zero with the wind chill of 28 degrees below zero. I believe up here in Williston tonight we're looking at somewhere around 15 to 20 below real temperature. So, yippee! It is exciting in North Dakota. You can freeze to death if you're not careful. Folks, again, I can't tell you how much I appreciate you. We are just exiting the Badlands. Probably about another hour and 15 minutes from here before we get to Williston. So I don't know if this thing will post. I'm actually minus my camera this time, so I'm doing this with my phone. The last 2 times I tried to post from my phone, the YouTube would not let me, and that really ticks me off. But anyway, hello world. Hope you're having a great February. It's almost over. March is almost here. Keep the comments and the shares going. Again, thank you all for watching. This is North Dakota Transplant. Catch up with everyone next time.